Oh, and we're back again, braving. Oh, where am I? Braving the cooler weathers. It's dry, it's threatening to rain, so we're going to get out here today and see if we can sort out this absolute apocalypse of a lawn. We'll have a good wander over, but I think, as you can see behind me, it's an absolute mess. So I'm just going to get the mower on and get it cut. Let's see if we can switch it round. Oh, there we go. And I'll turn the gimbal around so I can orientate it correctly with its elastic bands on. So anyway, thanks for everyone who's been tuning in. We're getting up to just shy of 650 subscribers now, so it's absolutely brilliant. 650 people just shy of, like watching some fat gingerish geezer from Chorley cutting his grass and trying to make it better. But anyway, so today's epic. I think you've seen, if you're new to the channel and you've not seen it, this is my back lawn. It has been better than this. It's still here. But yeah, thanks to the winter, it's seen better days. And I'm going to cut it tonight with the intention of just trying to shorten the length, so when the sun does get on it, because we've seen a bit more sunshine, it'll dry out hopefully quicker. Oh, you're bleeping at me. But yeah, it's always a mess down this side. Yeah, so on here it's been damp since about August, when we had some really bad weather in the late summer. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's squelching there. Here it's the worst in this section. So it was laid with turf. Oh, that is horrible sounding. You can see it watching it now. Laid turf in 2020, in the autumn 2020. 2021 it looked great. 2022 it looked all right, and then 2023 it was okay, but we started having the issues, and then with the wet winter of 2023, we've got where we're at now, and this is where we're going to have some drainage in. So the initial design was a herringbone, as per seen here, because we've got a culvert over that back fence that I can drain into. It's a dry one at the minute, but originally it's a river that was, or stream that's been rediverted in the back, so it'll be put into there. So we'll do that. It was originally a herringbone design, and after speaking with a guy messaging on Facebook from Accrington, I think his name's Steve, I'll put his name here, but yeah, he suggested a bit too drains a little bit too quickly, so it'll be struggling to keep watering, so best go for like a grid pattern or a flag pattern, which is the design that I intend to do going forward. So it'll be one drain that runs from that side down to here, and then all the way up around about in line with the goalpost, well, in line with the middle of the trampoline there, which is going in a week or so, and then more stems running into it along this path here. But it's just around this section here where it's the worst. But anyway, we're going to get a cut on, so let's see what it looks like afterwards. But it's just to try and show big plans for this back garden in this year. I was hoping to start it next week when I've got a week off work, but I think it's just going to be too wet and too messy, and I don't want to like getting messy. But we'll give it a cut and go from there. Stop it there. I'll show what it's looking like at the minute. As you can see, get a bit of close up. It's done some damage, and this is what happens when you take off too much at one time on your grass. Stresses it out, so stress it out so much straight away. These bits here haven't seen a lot of sunlight because they've been underneath. So basically, they're they're devoid of colour. They will come back. But it's not scalped, so that's done on number 4 in the hater. But you can see still the footsteps from standing on it where it's so soft and sodden underfoot. So the plan is, like I say, we're cutting it now on number 4, so it's not scalping it, even though it does look like it's been scalped. Just to get see if the soil layer can dry out a bit. Not done that bit yet, we'll do it. And the reason for that is I need to move the goals and the rapid fire bouncer. But that's the difference what we've got. So we've gone from total mess, shaggy mess, to a really bad haircut. The Turkish barbers, no offence to Turkish barbers, I've had a bad haircut there once, never went again. But yeah, I'm just going to mention power again. So I've got here lots of grass, which is potentially power. It's seeding. Can we see there? So there we go. So lots of seed heads on this meadow type grass here, which is probably power. Now, I don't care what you say. I've looked into it. You say, oh, fescue. You have to have fescue won't stop the power. It doesn't. Power will get in everywhere. In fact, I've read a report where in the US, golf greens used to be power, and then they've changed them to bent to get a better run. That's something I can post in the description. But all these seed heads are going to get sucked up by the mower. And this is probably happening to a lot of people. If you get a guy in to come and cut your grass, or you're getting one mower and you're mowing multiple lawns like I do, because I've got 3, you're going to get transfer. And the seed heads from the power, I'm assuming other plants as well, will last longer, even if you treat them with herbicides, even if you get nasty stuff like that. The seed heads, I think, seed heads stay in the soil for up to 7 years, and what be glyphosate won't kill it off, so they can just sit there and wait and then spring up. But that's the case of what we've got to deal with. As I mentioned in the last video, thick sward will help, but that's where we're at. I'll also chat about renovations and what people should be doing at the end of the video once I've cut it all. But that's where it is. Oh, we've got dandelion there. There's also weeds. Yorkshire fog, it looks like. Look at that. Absolutely terrible. But that's really, really rooted in that. But yeah, absolute mess out here compared to what it was at one point. But let's get it finished off. I thought I'd just stop it there. You may notice on time lapse the amount of times I've had to empty the catcher as well. It's quite a few already. And yeah, when you get over this side, it's just almost not a bog, but it's not good. But anyway, let's get you back over here and film the rest. All good. So, all cut, messy there where it retains water. There's one of my old videos on this little valley. See there? I don't know, it's not coming up very well, but it pools up in this area because it's a bit of a dip. But yeah, holds water here. That side, it's not too bad. We could work with that. If this was my lawn all the way across in this state, I'd be happy. I think I'd just core it, add some sand for drainage, and then go from there. But because of it being so bad in this area here, I'm going to go full whole hog and have, according to the plan, put it up again around about here, probably down where the culvert is. Culvert is in the dip. Some French drain here, running all the way down to this section here. Then this side, I'm going to put a bit of a border all the way up in line with this flag. So we're going to probably go around about here, all the way up to the exit, and then down there, 2.5 meter centres. We're going to be putting, some more in to connect to this main one, and the exit down there. That's the plan anyway. We shall see. So the grass is looking sorry for itself. I'm not surprised. It's an absolute mess. It's the first time we've cut it since January. Was it January? In January when I did my lawn video. Well, effed up my lawn, but we're here now. So we've got a full bag, cut it both ways just to get up all the stuff. So hopefully in the next few days and weeks, it's going to dry out a little bit. Less rain, hopefully forecast. Maybe some, not as much as we've had, but a bit more sunshine. It'll dry out a bit, and then later on in the year we could start doing the work. Maybe back end of May after I've done the front one. But anyway, that's me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. As I mentioned earlier on, just shy 650. I think when we get to 1,000, I might do a little bit of a competition, do a bit of a draw, give away some seaweed because I've got lots of it. So we'll do that when we hit 1,000. But on that, yeah, I wish you a very good evening, and I'll see you on the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.